So just about set now, and towing the slab, Miles Michaelis.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go now? Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
And a pitch. Inside corner for a strike. And this one is off and running. The wind of the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Nootbaar in a dead sprint. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Lane Thomas. There's the strike. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Ball one, no strikes. Abrams over at second, one down. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
That's to third. Arenado. Jump throw. Awesome play there. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
And the righty deals. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
2 outs. There's the strike. And a swing and a miss. And the inning is over. So one left for Washington, and now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. And today's starting pitcher, Mackenzie Gore.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first, and now the DH, Brendan Donovan. The wind of the pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And that is cut on and missed. Slider right there.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Stays alive.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Line drive, hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting second.
And let's take a look at the lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
The center fielder.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals.
I ain't never gonna change for nobody, understand, just my lifestyle.
Up the middle, Garcia gets it to first. Play made, that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. We played an inning, no score. Back here in St. Louis, top of the second, Dom Smith stands in.
22. Dominic Smith.
Here comes the pitch. That one's in there, and that is strike one. Michaelis, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Kicks and fires. This one lifted in the air, left field. Makes the grab on the run. One down. And now up for Washington, Stone Garrett. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And a foul ball.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
No score here in the second. The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch.
Oh.
And that just misses. Tapped softly on the ground. On to first.
Yep,
Two up, two down in the top of the second.
Batting second. The second baseman.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. In there for strike one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one lifted to left. Fair ball.
Just a blue pit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Here's Carter Kieboom.
That's the ball.
That's in there, and the count 1-2. Garcia off of first with 2 away. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And down on strikes, and that is that. Nationals lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's Nolan Arenado. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. The pitch. Inside, just missed.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
And now the lefty. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And a 3-0 finds the zone.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Foul ball there. Got it by him for the K.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. First offering misses the mark. The 1-0. Fouled off down the right side. The pitch.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here's Nolan Gorman. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And it's 1-1. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Boog, Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
And the pitch. And that one ripped to left. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Trying to fill the darkness with the light. Yeah. I know that don't happen overnight.
Check swing, went around. 0-1. Kicks and deals.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And fouled off. And a pitch. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Smith makes the catch. And that is the inning. The Cards leave one. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back. Top half of the third inning. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate, and it goes just foul. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
So the lineup flips over, and now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Led off this game with a double. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Abrams, 22 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down, base is empty. That one the other way. Not in time. He's safe.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Lane Thomas digging in for the Nationals. Michaelis throws to first, and he dives back in safely. Thomas measures 6 feet even, 200 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. First offering, and it just misses. Righty to the plate. Swing and a bouncer. To second, there's one, and that's 2. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in St. Louis, set for the bottom of the third. Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill, a former Gold Glove winner, in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Canada. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
One strike.
Bottom of the zone, and a called strike.
1-2.
Got him. 1 out. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And here comes Tommy Edman. That one's in there, 0-1. The wide to kick the pitch. Sneaks through, base hit. So now back to the top of the order. And next is the designated hitter, Brendan Donovan. He's 0 for 1. Moved to first. Clips the outside corner, and that's strike 1. Edman at first, 1 gone. Foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hit on the ground to the right side, and foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
The 0-2. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And he deals. Fly ball to right. Thomas makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Cardinals, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Pitch out, but no action. And a pitch. And now it's even up. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Oh, he can't squeeze it. The 1-2. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. And it's filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Lars Nootbaar in the St. Louis on deck circle. That's out to center field. Robles snags it on the run. 1 hit, 1 left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Hebert Ruiz. The right-hander back to work. That's in there.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And now the count is even. Next offering misses down and away. In there at the knees. 2-2 now. Righty delivers upstairs. In the air, out towards left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Bird. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Go ahead run on base. Next is the designated hitter, Joey Meneses. First offering misses the mark. Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The first baseman, number 22, Dominic Smith.
Now it's Dominic Smith.
Shut him down now.
First pitch just misses. One out and a runner at second. That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1. That's through there for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. At the belt and fires. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Left-hand hitter waits. Bounce to the right side. Gorman throws on to first. Play is made, 2 out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Up now for Washington, Stone Garrett. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And that's in there for strike 1. And a pitch. Swings, and this one's flared. Down the line, and it's foul. Here's the 0-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Off the mark there. Now 2-2. In the air, right field. Walker pulls that one down, and the inning is over. So one left for Washington, and we are still scoreless. Back here at Busch Stadium, ready to go, bottom four. Here's the center fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And here it comes. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Garrett under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Struck out swinging his first time. Nolan Arenado, for all of the success he's had at the plate and all the All-Star appearances, Singy, he's won the Gold Glove every year that he has been in the league. He's going to go down as one of, if not the greatest defensive third baseman of all time.
1 ball, no strike.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Well, he's one of those players, if you're on the opposing team, you essentially say, don't hit it to third. Don't even try to bunt it to third because you're going to be out. He is that prolific as a third baseman.
Next pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 3. Hit in the air, right field. Thomas under it. 2 away.
Number 40.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Garrett should have this one. Puts the squeeze on it. And that is the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the top of the 5th we go. We're tied 0-0. Back here in St. Louis, and now it's going to be Luis Garcia.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
The wind of the pitch. In the air, left side. And that'll fall for a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
The third baseman, number 8,
Carter Kieboom digging in for the Nationals. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. Runner at first with no outs here. The 1-1 is fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Victor Robles. Grounded out his first time. That clips a corner. Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. That one just misses the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And now 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Next pitch is popped up. Contreras pulls it down, and there are 2 away. And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, C.J. Abrams. That one pulled foul. Garcia leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Slapped foul. That's off the mark. Now 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Abrams checks his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Next pitch misses inside. And that's ball 3. Lane Thomas up next for Washington. Struck him out looking. Throws him with the heater at the knees. Nationals lead 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the inning. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Nolan Gorman. The wind and the pitch. Slider misses outside.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
The 1-0. That one is upstairs.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Off the mark there, and now 3-0. Downstairs, and it misses ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Nobody out, runner at first. That one misses, and now 2-0. The pitch. Now 3-0. Tyler O'Neill up next for the Cardinals. The pitch. Hit hard. That gets through. Throw back in quickly. first and second now with nobody out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
First and second, no outs. Here's a speed threat, Tyler O'Neill. Pitch misses inside, ball one. No outs, runners at first and second. Grounded to third, could be two. And it gets by him. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw, and they got him. Aggressive base running to try and score after the miscue, but it backfires.
That's an excellent job. That's the way to come up firing right there. Very aggressive and ready to show off the arm. Keeps the run from scoring.
2 on, 1 out. And up next for St. Louis, Tommy Edman. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Ripped, but it curls foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And the 0-1. There's a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And down on strikes he goes. 2 away.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Donovan in the box, lays off for ball 1. Two outs. Popped in the air, left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Here comes the throw. Here's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning.
Well, he was trying to get his team on the scoreboard and take a lead here in this ball game, but an outstanding job by the defense. Excellent execution, a bang-bang play at the dish, and they just got him in time.
Believe me, it's only one man. Believe me, it's only one.
Welcome back. Digging in, Lane Thomas. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
You know, these Nationals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Zips it to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Hebert Ruiz.
Here we go, Cardinals.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The 0-1. That one fouled off. And there's a ball. Tap dances out of the way of that one. The punch out there, and there's 2 away. Next for the Nationals is the DH, Joey Meneses. Rips one to right. Walker makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. Back here in St. Louis, now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
The pitch. Out in front and foul to the left side. The 0-1. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. And that's just foul. The 2-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. That one outside, ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Trevor Williams looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Abbott warming up as well. And here's a slow roller. To second for 1. Over to first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Step off throw to first, and he's back in safely. The pitch. Base hit center field. Lead runner around second. Robles to third, and he'll make it around to third on the throwing error.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Wilson Contreras next up for the Cardinals. And the first offering is not close.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's in safely at third as a run scores on the play.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Mackenzie Gore departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. On to pitch now for the Nationals, Trevor Williams.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
And the batter now, Nolan Gorman. Arenado, the runner at third. Contreras over at second with 1 down. Strike 2.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. In there for strike one. This one popped up. Smith makes the grab. That is the inning. Cards on the board with this double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Top of the 7th, and now the first baseman, Dominic Smith. And the pitch. That's in for a strike. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Giovanni Gallegos up and throwing. King, the lefty, warming up as well. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Line drive, that's a base hit.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Next to hit, Stone Garrett bunts it straight back to the mound. Goes to second, safe there. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
Sometimes you can get a little too aggressive trying to cut off that lead run and try to make something happen that really isn't there. Got to take that sure out at first base. Not sure what happened right there in terms of communication.
Luis Garcia now at the plate. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Well, I didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Next pitch misses inside, and the count 1-2. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. On the ground to first. Could be two. Goldie toss to second. On to first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Next to hit for the Nats, Carter Kieboom. That one's in there, 0-1. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. Strike two.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
0-2 now. Ball one there. The tying run is 90 feet away. Next pitch inside, and the count is 2-2. check swing. Now a look down to first. And he punches him out. He went around. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Nationals nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Williams back to work. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Pulls that one foul. And the righty deals. That just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a ball popped up, and it drops in.
Now batting.
Tommy Edman at the plate. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a foul straight back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Williams over to first. O'Neill dives back in safely. O'Neill gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one not close. It's strike 1 on Edman. That's a strike. Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Next to hit, Brendan Donovan. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. He did not go around. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Out towards right center field. Thomas on his way over. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's 2 away.
Now batting. The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Not even close there. And that's ball one. Right-handed reliever. Swings through that one for strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Another 1-2. Got him swinging. So one hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Nationals nothing. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the center fielder, Victor Robles.
Man, this has been impressive. Just now getting to 100 pitches as we start this 8th inning. He's given them a lot of length, and we'll see just how much longer they'll let him go.
Hauls it in, and there's one away. C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. That's in there. Strike one. Action in the pen down there. Ryan Helsley, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. The 0-1. The other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Thomas stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Next offering upstairs.
2-2.
On the ground to the left. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Nationals nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, here's the center fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And a pitch. And that one is inside ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1. And that's too high.
That's right. Good eye.
Bounce to the left side. Over to Smith, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Nolan Arenado.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
That's in there. Strike 1.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
One gone, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Wilson Contreras. Late swing, fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the mound now, Tanner Rainey.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And he deals. Arenado at second. Contreras at first. One gone. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Two balls, straight.
That one drilled left field, and it stays fair. Arenado rounds third, headed for the plate. One run is in. Safely into second. He's got a double. Play at the plate. Got him.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Jordan Walker will hit next. In the air, right field. Thomas under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Looks like back here at the ballpark. And here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. His skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
Strike two.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Foul ball, still 0-2. The line to kick the pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. Nope, he held back. 1-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next pitch just misses. 2-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
On the ground to third. Over to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Here's Oliver Marmol towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. Miles Michaelis gives way, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. Ryan Helsley comes on now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Number 56.
Now it's the DH, Joey Meneses. First pitch, and he just misses. Helsley, in his fourth year, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And the 1-0. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Ball to strike. And there's the strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The 1-2 goes down swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Well, I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Smith in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
2 down, nobody on. And that one almost got him. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third, and he held up. Left-hand batter waits. Base hit center field.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
So up next, Stone Garrett, as the Nationals are down to their final out. Pitch misses inside, 1-0. There's a strike. That's a slider for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Just a weak fly ball this time. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, a low-scoring ball game in this one. 2-0 game, few errors, pretty clean. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of defense and pitching. A couple of runs was all it took to get the W today.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi.
First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 8 on base. For the Nationals, no runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base.